Hello viewers, Silent Service here, back with another live stream. Yes, we are actually streaming. I am back here with episode 7 of the Fleet Building Challenge. We're OP-less today, so it's only just me. And yeah, this is going to be the next episode, which what I'm doing here right now is I'm going back over the destroyer here, the Hootsin, and I'm actually going to do an edited version that's more realistic and have that as the actual fleet destroyer, whereas the Hootsin would only be the experimental destroyer, kind of like Shimakaze. Shimakaze was originally a Kagagaru design, but expanded upon as an experiment. So first off, I'm going to have to save a separate version of this, which I have already thought of a name for this thing. Oh god. The blue tip. Oh god, no. You know what? I'm not going. I'm gonna have to find the spelling for that name again. Oh god. Third species. I thought that was search. Oh god, I have to do it here. Bird species. There we go. Where is the... Yeah, I was spelling the last bit right, so it's the blue tick class, which is a variation, which the original destroyer is a variation of, which this thing does not have the tripod. Oh god, I gotta really adjust this whole area here. Does not have the tripod and is a shorter destroyer hull. Which I will be editing in the shorter destroyer hull now, with this being both 40 pieces. Yeah, the nuke. Okay, I've realised it's going to be better off for me to move the entire bow back like this than for me to move the entire stern. Glad I realised that quickly. And then the forward hull pieces here that act as the pointy bit of the bow. And then hull blocks to there. Get those painted in. Also, this rear tower section here is pretty much non-existent. Like, it doesn't have the forward gun area there, and hold on a sec. Yeah, actually, it will still keep that forward gun area there, but it won't have the torpedo. It would have a won't have this lower area torpedo. The torpedo, the renounced torpedo, would still be there, just at a lower section from what it You know, why didn't I do with the Hootsin? Hold on a second. Hold on just 1 second, actually. The blue tip is actually going to be a super Hootsin. And that the Hootsin was originally an experimental design that then idiots in charge of the Navy thought it'd be a great idea to expand upon it. Yeah, I'll go with that. That'd be a great idea for the roleplay behind this ship. Right, and Barbette as well. God, okay, so move that up. Move that down. That center. That center. That down. Okay, so the things like that. And the main difference as well between the Hootsin and the actual full-on destroyer design would be the main guns as well, because I've already said this before, I don't particularly like the look of the 130 guns from the like the American 130, but they're in real life 127s, but in this case they're 130s, but I don't really like the look of those, and I'm not actually going to do the quad guns. If I'd do quad guns, I'd probably do the French quad guns. Yeah, I'd probably do the French quad 130s. They look better in my opinion. And they're more accurate. But yeah. With this thing, it is going to have, instead of those twin 5-inchers, oh God, I've got to find what guns I want to use again now. As I had, no, I'm not going to use those. I had decided on what guns I'm going to use earlier, but then now I've forgotten. God, this is annoying. This is real annoying. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna have Fletcher guns on it because and then keeping with the roleplay here, it's to account for the fact that the ship has now got a shorter hull and so can't accommodate the more powerful guns, and so has to use Fletcher guns instead, single turreted guns instead of dual turreted guns. And that, my friends, is excuse for having extra torpedoes. Right, so that's like, you know what, I'll center them when I've got them in place. And there is also a reason why I have the torpedoes on barbettes. Because I did this with my Stormbound destroyers, which you viewers probably wouldn't know about. But, what I've done with, these barbettes is then put anti-aircraft armament in the area which they would have otherwise have occupied with their turning radius, making the destroyers better for anti-aircraft operations. Hold on a sec. If I move this... Right, I can't move that one anymore. This one I could move slightly more forward. And then, yeah, that turret there can also stay in with full arc. So basically what this thing is a smaller but more torpedo impactful Hootsin. And more anti-aircraft impactful as well. Right. Right, so I'm going to use these 57mm guns here as my... as a sort of like a secondary armament slash anti-aircraft battery. As these guns here are dual purpose, which I actually love about these things. And through what I found out when originally doing the first of the ship building challenges that this fleet building series is a part of, if that you viewers would remember, I found that these things are as close as you can, like, are really good anti-aircraft in terms of their rate of fire. And they're as close as you can get pre-1950 to close-in weapon systems. Oh god, this elevator's way too long. But I'm gonna have to restructure the armor on these things. On this thing as well. Yeah, so the guns have 100 on their armor. No, the anti-aircraft have 50. And so do the torpedoes, so then they don't get knocked out by a hit. And then back to 100 for these parts. Well, viewers, I don't really see the point of armoring this thing other than to make sure it isn't too high in the water, because, to be honest, in normal cases, the Last Stand of the Tin Cans, or the Battle of Staymar, for more technical terms, is a contrary to this. Really, in a destroyer, if you get hit by an enemy, you're as good as gone. Like, yeah, if you get hit by any sort of, like, battleship or cruiser guns, you're normally as good as gone. So, I wouldn't really see the point in armoring this thing myself. And then mirror that. God, armor 50. Hold on a sec. No, actually, that area is going to be gun tubbed first. And then it would have the guns go on it. Yeah, and the armor is at 50. That's a good thing. This thing is still going to have the overhanging gun tub like the Hootsin. And there we go. And I fully have figured out now what I'm going to do in terms of the destroyer development. So the destroyers in the fleet battle are going to be, out of all the destroyer classes I have, the 4 of the pigeon classes, which there were 16 pigeon classes originally, and only 4 of them were converted to converted to fleet repair ships, which all 4 of them are present in this battle. The 2 Hootsins, which were used as research, and then out of the pull a number out for these blue tits. 42 blue tits. 10 would be present at this battle. So blue tit, I'll just have to pick blue tit, like anywhere between the original and 42. Because destroyer name convention is that the destroyer is named after a type of bird, but because, well, I'm using the excuse of there's not enough bird types to name each individual destroyer after a bird type, it's just the bird type that becomes the class type, and then it goes on like blue tit 2, blue tit 3, etc, etc. The only occurrences where destroyers don't have a number at the end of their name is if they're named outside of the normal naming convention, which does happen. So yeah, that's our destroyer done. So now I'm going to reintroduce you all to a hull you might be familiar with. And yes, viewers, it's because it's the hull I use for the Inspector class. If I can just find it, that is, again. God. Ah, yeah, Silence Hull does... Hold on a sec. Where is the original... Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Okay, so the original hull design variant of this got mixed up in the Inspector. It got auto-saved while I was building the Inspector before I'd named it, so yeah, this was what I originally came up with the hull design, which I am completely changing, and I'm using completely different guns on this thing as well, but they will be of 6" of caliber because it's a light cruiser. God. You know, this is the most annoying thing about using individual hull blocks as your bridge. The reason why I'm not cutting off fully here is because I'm keeping this forward section as the bridge for the current light cruiser that's going to be coming out of this hull. Right. Don't know why I put... Honestly, looking back at this, I don't know why I did some of the design choices that you see here, viewers. Like... Why did I do some of these design choices here? I don't know. And I was now just thinking for a second that OP would be saying like, because you're stupid, but then I realised I'm not even on Discord properly or anything. Oh god. Right, drink. Yeah, and the lifeboat system that didn't really do wouldn't really have done anything anyway. I can say this though, this was one of the few designs when I initially made it that I actually worried about rangefinders for. Without anyone nagging at me of, you need to have rangefinders. Okay, so, first thing off the list is reduction in hull size. This was the same thing I did with the Inspector hull, just it's not going to be reduced as much as Inspector because this thing is not an anti-aircraft based light cruiser, unlike the Inspector. But this cruiser here, like pretty much all my designs, is going to suffer from, well, all my designs, that's me making hulls, that is going to suffer a major downside to it. And for those of you who haven't figured out by this point, that major downside is, of course, a flat back. Oh god, why is this so difficult to place? There we go, and stack top. This forward width I need to reduce. But the width reduction at the rear to 10 is going to lessen the size of the flat back. You know, viewers, when I initially made this hull, I never thought I'd get so much use out of it. Like, I knew I was going to get use out of it, but didn't think I was going to get as much use as I'm using out of it now when I initially made it. Okay, and propeller. No, I want the propeller. There. Go. There we 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 don't go. I can make the fine-tuning adjustments. So, first off is height, then Z. What the? Redo? No. I know what's happened. When I did the select, I've moved the transmission shaft. Oh god. Like, yeah, I moved the transmission shaft and then pressed... Basically moved it and then pressed accept and then just kept it like that. Oh, shoot. Now I have to redo the propeller placement. There we go. So, twin propellered. I am actually going to reduce the height of this a bit. No, actually, just keep it. No, I'm actually going to reduce the height by 1 because it doesn't need to be as tall as I put it. So 3 and then 1, 1. And that one's at 0, 0 as well. So okay, so first block at 0, and then 1 on either side, and then the diagonal bridge here. No, diagonal bridge goes here. Then standard bridge. For 2 decks. Mirror, 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 mirror. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross. Back. Replace these with diagonal pieces. Actually, no, don't replace those with diagonal pieces. No! Stupid. This mouse sometimes double clicks and it always happens at the worst of times. Adjustable hull piece. Like smack bang in the middle of that. Roundness to nothing. And then now I just have to do the width, length and height. 7. It covers enough. It covers all the windows and everything. The rear. Hold on a second. No. Select. It's a new part. Decorations. Cabin door. Now, if I'm smart about this, I can fit in a cabin door on the interior side of the bridge here. I'm going to have to scale it down, of course, for scaling reasons, but... And then scale the door. Only scale basic... Oh, bloody hell. Never mind. No. Just leave it like that. And then... engines... funnels are going to consist of... the Japanese chimney here at point A and point B at 0, 0, and then here adjustable hull piece time is going to be spanning across the entire length of the area here that's actually got the funnels in and everything. So it's going to be more than the 50 limit here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. As I want to get the funnels included on this, so 60? $90. There we go. 90 at a width of 10 and lowered down slightly. There is going to be hold on a sec. 0. I need to 0 this. 0 that, and then good enough for close enough for government work. And then please note, viewers, I will be going back in my designs and putting masts on them. What I want to do is I want to get the designs done and then put the masts on. And this area here is going to be an aircraft launching slash anti-aircraft platform, kind of like what it is with Golden Hind, just without 90mm Italian guns there. And the torpedo layout is going to be of was it the Renaults? No, the Renaults were 610, weren't they? Right, so no, actually, because I'm gonna have to do with those particular versions of that particular version of the Renault a actual reloading system on them. So this particular version barely fits, though. Hold on a second, I might have to make a request to OP. Hold on a second. God. No, I'll make the request later. I'll make the request later. Hold on a sec. I could build specialized raised platforms. Specialized raised platform in this particular area of the hull that goes out from there, and well, viewers, after I've put this hull block into place, mirror, I'll make that look better in the next episode. So Demo 1. This is just going to be called Demo 1 for right now, and hope you enjoyed Silent Service going